I wonder if anybody knows what this is. This is an old article series by Fred Gitelman. He's writing about a tournament I think that he won. Maybe it's even written here. It was an IOC Grand Prix at Salt Lake City. It has something to do. Okay, it says it right there. Canada won it. Yeah, I hope it's okay. I have this huge mouse somehow in this window. There are some compatibility issues, but the point is, yeah, this is an article series that is all the way, I don't know, 2004 or so. I know it's just written there, 2002, so almost 20 years old, and it's about this tournament win by Fred Gitelman, and he's writing about a bunch of hands that he played. So this is actually kind of hard to find. You have to get the old Windows client of BBO, and I didn't even have Windows for a long time. Now I do. So I just thought this would be kind of a fun memory, at least for me, when I went through these. So I started playing bridge in 2005. And I went through these back then, I don't know, 2005, 2006, and I really liked it. So let's try to see it. I hope the whole, I hope this won't crash. I hope this works. I haven't tested it before. I know that it's a little interactive and a little conversational, so we'll see how far we get. This is daily video 49, as far as I know. It's Sunday of the 7th week. Yes, it's something about Winter Olympics, which was also in Salt Lake City, 2002. One of the first Olympic Games that were Winter Olympics that were not in Olympic years. Was it 94 in Norway somewhere, and 98 was in Nagano, right? Anyway, let's try to go for it, and he will just show us a few hands. I don't know how many, and I don't know how to use this. There are in total a few here, right? I don't know how many, but let's try to go for it. How many? Well, I could do one per video before I figure out what to do next. Yeah, let's go for it. Word on the street was unlikely to make the final four. 6 very strong teams: Brazil, Indonesia, Italy, Norway, Poland, would battle it out for the top 4 spots. The other 4 teams, Australia, Canada, Egypt, and India, were not expected to be a factor of event. And then where is Canada? It's a little hard to see. 6 strong teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, okay. Canada is there. Okay. Well, I did not exactly think we were a favorite to qualify in the top 4. I think we had a chance. I knew we had a chance. It's possible for a team like ours to defeat the best teams in the world. A lot of confidence in my partnership with Joey. Yes. We've been the most consistent team in the Canadian National Team Championships over 5 years or so. And you always seem to advance well into the knockout phase. Yes. Everyone on the team would be good partners and teammates. Yeah, I love that. Talking about this stuff. Oh, and somehow, I don't know, doesn't matter. I think actually the mouse is completely somewhere else where I think it is, so maybe I shouldn't even use it. Bound to be both thick and thin moments. Receiving support from your partner and teammates during thin times is conducive to winning bridge tournaments. Yes. Nick Gartaganis. Okay. This is the first hand that I was dealt in the 2002 IOC Grand Prix. Canada faced a powerful American team in the first match, and Joey and I were assigned the difficult task of taking on my friends David Berkowitz and Larry Cohen on Viewgraph. Oh, let me try. I don't know, where else can I go? Let's just do it this way. David and Larry are both great individual players and together make up one of America's most successful partnerships. Um, yeah, I think they are not that active anymore, but I'm sure they're still very good. Two diamonds. Precision system suggested the minimum opening with at most a single diamond and length in the other three suits. 4441 for yeah, we knew this. Okay. 4414 they want to say, but it doesn't matter. Jay passed. East and Larry signed off in 3 clubs. It was my first call of the tournament. Yeah, you just have to pass. You don't have enough. You're on the 3 level. Okay. Not really considering this much of a problem. This is in some ways a balancing situation, as Larry's 3 clubs would usually end the auction. It could be argued that my hand was strong enough for a balancing 3 heart overcall. I rejected this call due to David's opening bid. A warning that suits were not gonna break well. Yeah, and I mean it's pretty unlikely that we're missing game or anything. Okay. I felt that it was too dangerous for me to bid, and I knew that Joy would still have a chance to get our side into the auction. This is exactly what happened. Joy doubled for takeout. A pleasant surprise, as my own hand and the nature of the auction suggested that Joy would rarely have enough high cards in the distribution to be able to enter the bidding with any safety. That's pretty cool. I certainly had a much better hand than Joy had the right to expect, and I was all set to express that with a jump of 4 hearts when Larry redoubled. I think there is some words missing from the sentence, but yeah, the main point is that he was gonna bid 4 hearts and Larry redoubled. No, I think this is. It says well. I thought it was while. While I certainly no, it says well. So actually, the whole sentence is perfect. Just a bit long, too long for my brain. Evidently, Larry thought he could make 3 clubs. Should I allow this new information to impact my decision? I would say no. I would just bid 4 hearts. I chose to ignore. Yeah, I mean, you'd never know what that is, and I mean, it could just mean that South has a lot of clubs and wants to invite to sack or something. It is best to trust your partner and not the opponents in a situation like this. Joy also knew that suits were not breaking, but he still judged to come in at the 3 level. He should have sound values. As for Larry, I was not sure what he was up to, but he was not there to help me. I love this writing. This is just so good. I half expected 4 hearts to get doubled, but David actually passed, as did Joy, and Larry bid 5 clubs at his next turn. I chose to double 5 clubs, even though I had no idea how we were gonna beat this contract. The main reason that I doubled was that Larry and David had already volunteered to play in 3 clubs. I didn't think that it was likely that they would do this if they could win 11 tricks. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not sure if I would have doubled, but thankfully they didn't ask me. 5 clubs doubled was the final contract, and now I had to find an opening lead. A case could be made for leading from each of the 4 suits. Well, I'm not sure about spades, but what card do you think I led as was? Probably a club. Yeah, and I mean, I have gone through all of this before, so I vaguely remember some of this, but it's been 15 years. I think it's okay. I don't think I'm cheating too much. Maybe I went through them like 10 years ago as well, but first I knew dummy was short in diamonds, and I suspected that Larry was short in hearts. Second, I suspected that the trump lead would be uninformative, making it more difficult for Larry to guess the location. Yeah. I like the reasoning. Yeah, a card like the Jack of Clubs will come into play in mysterious ways. Okay. Oh, yeah, well, so Larry wanted to bid 5 clubs alone, and Nora has 5 clubs to the ace king. But it's like, it's just, uh, it's just imps. So actually, if they make, as long as they don't make with an overtrick, then it doesn't matter too much if you double them or not. It only matters if you had like a very good save in 5 hearts or something. But I mean, it's not like they're making yet. They still have some problems in spades, for example. Oh yeah, I have to stop using the mouse because it doesn't work. But yeah, yeah. Let me just try something. Okay, that's the best I can do for now. I will see if I can do something else next time. But the main point is that now at least my mouse is where you want, where you where I see it as well, which is kind of important. And then later I will just see what I can do, because I want to go through all of these. It's just so much fun to read Fred. So yeah, I was just talking about the spades. The spades are need to be picked up somehow because probably hearts are 3-1. Um, and now let's read longer. Okay, so they're actually showing us the entire hand. All that Larry would have to do to make this contract would be to hold his spade losers to 1, as there have been a lot of, as there were a lot of high cards outstanding. Larry really had no idea where the king and jack had been dealt. He played the hand very nicely so that when time came, he was able to make a very educated guess in the spade suit. Watch. Won my trump opening lead in the dummy. And played the diamond to his 10 and my ace. So Fred was hiding the king. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. King, queen, jack is pretty unlikely. Then king and ace. Rough the diamond in the dummy. Rough the heart in his hand. Rough another diamond in. I always say dummy, not the dummy, but it's not the main point of this video series. Crossed his king on clubs, which I discarded the spade. And Larry roughed his last diamond in the dummy. I had to follow the diamond king. And Larry now, okay, this was a typo, had enough information to be able to guess the spades with some confidence. It looked a lot like Joy would have to have the king of spades in order to have anything close to enough for his balancing double at the 3 level. Roughed his last heart. Spade to the ace. Followed by the spade to his hand. Resulted in minus 550 for the good guys. Yes. Oops. Well, that was not the kind of first board that I had been hoping for. I turned to Larry and said, "Welcome to Salt Lake City." Being able to get over bad results quickly is important if you want to win at this game. I was fortunate that my partner Joy helps make this easy. Jay is a perfect partner and he would never say an unkind or critical word at the table. I have to admit, I felt like saying a few unkind words to my partner after this deal. I would have never doubled 3 clubs with his hand, and I expected him to have more in the way of high card values to enter the auction at the 3 level, given that he knew that all of the suits were breaking badly. Joy probably didn't like my bidding either, but not a word was said. Yeah, the 3 club, yeah, I think it's a little weird. But yeah, I guess Joy could say that he didn't double 2 diamonds initially, which maybe just showed points, so this is definitely without points, but still it's very, very iffy. Anyway, good at keeping my mouth shut. We had a lot of boards ahead of us, and getting annoyed at my partner on the first board of the event was not going to help us score well in the rest of the tournament. Pushing the opponents into game, doubling them and having them make was not the kind of board one that I was looking for, but hopefully things would improve soon. 2 parts later, I was dealt the above hand, and Larry opened a precision 1 diamond, suggesting either a balanced 11-13 or an unbalanced hand with diamonds. I had to decide whether to overcall 1 spade or not. Only our side was vulnerable. The vulnerability is indicated by the graphic. Yes. Yes. What? Fred didn't overcall. Oh boy. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, they did say something like this at some point. Yeah. To be a breach of partnership or discipline to overcall 1 spade with joy and my partner. Yeah, but I mean it's basically an opening hand. Preemptive raise. Yes. Joy overcall 3 hearts. What's going on here? Okay, so I think because 3 hearts is very sound, I think you're allowed to raise this. It's a vulnerable game, and it should be like some kind of a crazy 6 card suit. This hand I kind of half remember. Yeah. Persistent theme in the IOC Grand Prix was that bidding 1 more in high-level competitive auctions were winning strategy. We will see more of this in the weeks and deals to come. On this particular hand, it really felt right to bid 4 hearts. Mr. Law of Total Tricks, I love it. Maybe now bid 5 diamonds, and it looked like Larry might not get the chance to see my hand as dummy after all. I didn't want to defend 4 diamonds double, but the prospect of diamonds 5 diamond double didn't feel so bad. At this point I was quite pleased with myself for having raised 4 hearts with my singleton queen of diamonds. I became much less pleased with myself, and Joy went on to 5 hearts, and Larry made a confident double. I felt like we were about to get a second very bad result. 5 hearts doubled was the final contract. You can see the hand from Choi's point of view. Think about how he would play before reading on. So we're now 7-1 fit. Not too bad. The king of spades is almost surely in West. So I wonder if it's not just okay to pitch a spade on this. Yeah, but they don't have to be a genius on every hand. Just draw low and play a heart. Isn't that okay? Low heart to the queen. And the king of diamonds, I can use the king of diamonds later. To pitch a club, right? And then I will lose a heart and a spade. The club ruff is the main danger, but I don't see how I avoid that. Well, there could be some issue. I mean, if hearts are 4-1, I think we're just kind of screwed. There's not that many entries to dummy. I mean, maybe there's some magic way of getting the dummy several times, overtaking stuff in clubs and leading stuff through east, but still it doesn't feel like it's gonna work. I don't know. Well, at the moment, so right now I don't feel like treating it as a problem book. I'd rather just read it. Maybe some of the later ones I will treat as a problem book. I will just draw low and play a heart to the queen. Three hearts, yeah, definitely had a sound one. Yes. Have the trick. King of Diamonds for a spade discard, yes. Oh yeah. Well, David could be long in clubs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I just might have worked this out. I would have worked this out as well. Plus 850 for making 5 hearts double. Now that's more likely. Yeah. It was good that bad breaks doomed a reasonable 6 club to defeat. Not much happened during the next two boards, but something big happened on board number 6. I was dealt this powerful south hand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember this. I think he opened 2 clubs. I don't like it, but he's gonna talk about the balanced Yarborough test, right? Exactly, mainstream Canadian bidding, yes. Balanced Yarborough, yeah, exactly. I'm expected to be able to show both of my suits at a convenient level. Yeah, kind of. We always seem to wait, not on this deal. Though I knew that Joy would bid 3 clubs here only if he had a strong suit and he wanted me to know about. That Queen of Clubs was looking like it might turn out to be a big card. 3 hearts, 4 diamonds, yes. 4 spades. Didn't know what 4 no trump would mean in this auction, and I suspect that Joy didn't either. Even if Joy had a strong feeling about what 4 no trump should mean here, he would go out of his way not to make that call. Practical bridge player and knows that testing his partner on what an ambiguous bid should mean is not winning bridge. I think maybe 5 clubs, showing some support in clubs. Five spades. Interesting Grand Slam. What do you think? Should I be cooperating with him, and if so, how? Yeah, it was just 7 clubs. Must have good clubs and must have the ace of spades. So then I will cover all of his losers in the red suits, and probably also the spades will go on hearts and diamonds. I don't know. Oh well. 6 no. 5 no trump. Huh. 7 no trump. Wow. Okay. Okay, so spade. I think about how he would play. I think the correct way of playing this hand is to play on hearts and diamonds first. You can pitch those 2 spades. And if either of those 2 suits is 3-3, then you can claim, and if they're not 3-3, then you can go back to to clubs, and then unless they're 5-1, you made it. So I think that's the correct way. Ace of spades, test hearts, test diamonds. Mm, and go on from there. I'm not away from my keyboard. I'm here. No. I've been dealt 5 clubs and the king of spades. I wonder what might happen at the other table. Yeah, like so 7 clubs would be more awkward. Is that what they're telling me? This is a position when I cash to third round of hearts. Diamonds are 3-3. If Larry had been dealt 4 diamonds, he would have been the victim of a repeating squeeze on this trick. Making 7 no trump on the actual layout was kind of nice, but making it on a repeating squeeze really would have been fun. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's so clubs instantly give away all the tricks. If you pitch a spade, I think you can go to dummy and play another spade, and then East gets squeezed again. It's kind of cool. And diamond again just gives away the whole hand. So yeah, so if you start on clubs, then you don't know which red suit to keep. So that's the reason why you shouldn't play clubs. 5-1 break when David discards. Yeah. I had most of the decisions to make at our table during the rest of the match, and they made them all well. They took all of their tricks and a few of ours on several difficult deals. Despite our true promising results, I knew that our teammates at the other table, Gartaganis and Peter Jones, were going to have to play very well for us to win this match. It turns out that David, Nick, and Peter played remarkably well. They duplicated all of the good results that David and Larry had achieved, including pushing the first board of the match at plus 550. On board 3, Dick Freeman chose to overcall 1 spade, where I had passed. This propelled the Americans to 6 clubs, minus 200 against bad breaks, or plus 850 in 5 hearts doubled was worth 14 big imps to Canada. The Americans won 5 imps in small pickups, but the other sizable swing, and this match came on the other deal in which Joy and I had bid and made 7 no trump. Nick Nickel and Dick Freeman of the United States had an auction that was very similar to ours. However, they ended up in 7 clubs instead of 7 no trump. Nick Cardeganis found a spade lead that was required to give the defense a chance. Dick played the hand correctly but unsuccessfully by rising with dummies ace to play clubs from the top. Yeah, because you don't have an entry anymore. Yeah, it sucks, but that's the way it is. That's yeah. Even you can even go down 2 here in a way, right? I mean, you have to figure out which suit to play first. You have to play diamonds first, otherwise you're gonna lose a spade trick, I think. Early match. Each match in the IOC Grand Prix round robin is scoring at the WBF's 30 point. Well, now it's 20, but whatever. Victory scale. Canada beat the United States 34 imps to 5 imps in the first round, and our 29 imp win translated to 23 victory points for us and 7 for the United States. So it's great to score as much as 23 victory points, but when you do it against one of the strongest bridge playing countries in the world, it really is something. Yeah, they congratulated Joy and me. It's a direct object. I'm sorry. For making 5 hearts doubled and 7 no trump, but Nick and Peter had really done most of the hard work. I believe that my inexperienced teammates learned a valuable lesson very early in this event, that they could beat anybody if they played well and received reasonable luck. Confidence is extremely important in this game. If you expect to lose, then you are rarely disappointed. My team now knew that we were capable of beating the best, but there was an awfully long way to go. Okay, so this was, I think, the first video of the series, and we'll be back tomorrow with part 2. See you then.